welcome back to my channel. For whoever doesn't know me, I am Giulia. I'm a professional dancer here in Milan, and today I'm starting to record a performance backstage vlog on Swan Lake. I'm recording these last performances before we go on a holiday, before we go on a break. It has been a very rich, fulfilling season, but I admit that I'm really excited to go on holiday for a month, so I think it will be the last vlog for like a couple of months. And also I thought that it's really nice that for whoever has been following me since a while, you will be able to see a completely different Swan Lake. From Cranko last year in Stuttgart Ballet, which was my first ever YouTube vlog.
La princess, Ole, a Tarantella boy, a Russian lady, another Russian lady.
And this year's Nureyev's in Scala. So I also dance different roles, I mean the swans like always. And then first act is actually a beautiful waltz, and then third act I'm actually a girlfriend or kind of a princess that aims to marry the prince. But I guess you know the story a little bit. Maybe I should do a little briefing, I'm not sure. If you already know the story, just skip forward. If you don't, well, what's happening here? It's a story, it's a ballet that was created around 1895. In Russia, of course, there was a first version by someone that I don't remember the name, but the famous one is from Petit Pas, actually. And yeah, Tchaikovsky is the composer, of course. What's the story? Well, basically, there is this young maid. She's been cursed by Rothbard, which is this very mean, creepy crow. He puts her in this curse that basically until a handsome young lad doesn't promise her love forever and doesn't promise to marry her, she's obliged to stay into a swan form. And there is actually a whole mine scene where Odette meets the prince and she's telling him this story. All these gestures, of course, they happen so quick that most of the time the audience misses it, but actually everything is explained also with those steps in the story. Anyway, I talk so much, sorry about this. There is a prince, a beautiful, handsome prince, Siegfried, that it's his birthday, so his mom, the queen, is telling him, you kind of have to get married now. And so first act happens that it's his birthday, there is this beautiful wall. And then at some point he's kind of lost in his thoughts, is kind of pensieroso, not convinced that he wants to actually marry because he didn't meet anyone important enough to get married. So then he goes in the forest hunting, and that's when he meets Odette. She seems fragile, but actually she's just tired of being in a form of a swan. She's actually so resilient, she's not that fragile. And at first she's very scared, and then she actually realizes that he's nice, he's kind, and he is falling in love with her. Everything happens so quick, of course. Don't think about real-time timing. Everything happens in a couple of minutes. He promises her that he loves her and he wants to marry her. Meanwhile, the mean Rothbard sees all this scene and he has to find a way to trick him, otherwise she will be free. So what does he do? He creates a copy of her, a mean copy, which is Odile. He brings her to the actual ceremony where he promises infinite love, and he makes the vow to marry this black bird, but it's actually Odile and it's not Odette. and after he promises love, this is when he realizes that he got it all wrong, he got trapped, he got tricked. So this is a moment where the stories and different ballets and different versions split up. There are some happy ending stories and some sad ending stories. Stuttgart was also sad because the prince was drowning. Milan is also sad because he ends up kind of losing and dying. Odette and the prince have a last chance to meet briefly in the forest. Their love somehow doesn't beat the evilness of Rothbard, so Rothbard actually ends up keeping Odette in the curse and killing the prince. Very sad version. Dresden's Emperor had a more uplifting and enlightened end of the story because they would actually win over. After this long speech, look at this beauty. Sorry, just a second. She's a beautiful plant that I got from a hairdresser in Stuttgart. It's all of these babies, if you see, on top of the leaves, and then they fall in the soil and they make new plants from it. After many minutes of talking, let's go on. Ciao, ciao. Planning that Marty made.
This is a surviving kit.
Esatto, for the last month.
That gives you hope.
In moments of hard time.
Yes. So look how satisfying it is right now.
Dress rehearsal, stage rehearsal.
How many weeks? Like
3 days.
Beautiful.
Show. We can't complain about the shows. Paquita. This was the worst.
This started halfway through Paquita.
Beh, certo. Vabbè, but we're here and just 2 days left.
2 days. See, dai.
Sì. Can you point the foot nicely for me? Ah, okay. Oh, wow. Sushi foot. Where are you dancing tonight? Yay.
Nureyev.
You're a star. Allora, 15 minutes until the beginning of the show. Pretty costume, walls, act 1. Excited. Ora sì che lo stai facendo apposta, però. Here he is. Oggi impazziti.
Okay,
We are so excited about Swan Lake. No, siete felici di ballare il lago?
No. No, because it's the end of the season and we want to go on holiday.
No, I'm gonna cut this. What are you dancing?
The mazurka.
Getting a snack, what are you snacking on? Schiacciatine?
Schiacciatine o dei veri.
Adoro.
-1.
Guys, off to the theater for the last day of the season, and on my bike I was actually reflecting on what I look the most forward for the holiday, and it's actually time to think, time to relax, time to spend with my dear ones, time to just take time and not run around and do things constantly. I think moments of reflection are very important to, like, you know, re-energize and figure out what you're doing with your time, basically. And another thing, it will be reading. So I just finished lessons of chemistry, which I love, and I'll be choosing new books. Luckily my sister is a big reader, so I'm just going to ask her for recommendations. She also has an Instagram page where she shares recommendations. So if you're looking for some inspiration for titles to read over the summer or over the holiday, then go and check it out. And of course, if you have one favorite book that you think someone in their life must read, please drop it in the comments below. I have a huge list of books I want to read, so I wouldn't mind adding up a couple of titles. You never know, it might be helpful. Anyway, let's keep going. Ma è vero che usate la vodka? O no?
Sì, però
Per disinfettare.
Ah, questo non è disinfettante.
Un sapone.
Ma la vodka è perché è più economica?
Acqua, vodka, no,
perché alcol
Puro.
però non rovina i vestiti come l'alcol. Cioè, non è così forte come l'alcol. Ma la vodka c'ha una concentrazione di alcol utile e non macchia,
si mette un'essenza sempre.
Ah, per dare un
dentro
profumo.
per fare di quello che vuoi, a lavanda piuttosto che
Che poi è pure calmante la lavanda, quindi
sì,
magari ci aiuta.
è terapeutica.
E voi ogni volta cambiate il sottoscella, ogni spettacolo.
Sì.
o quasi, ecco.
No, dipende come sono messe.
Ah,
Dipende anche
tipo
da
il mio
cosa-
sempre, perché io sudo come una pazza.
Ma non è
Il mio-
tanto il sudore,
Ah.
è quanto il trucco. Per esempio adesso vedi qui c'è trucco,
sì.
cioè dobbiamo comunque pulirli e quindi automaticamente anche qui la cambiamo.
Sì.
Hey guys, so it's 5:30 more or less, and I'm off to the theater with a very bright summer dress because tonight we have like a gathering at around 11 p.m. after the show to just celebrate the closure of this season. We're really happy to get a little bit of rest for our bodies, for our minds, to recharge. So tonight, last Swan Lake, last push, I'm going to try to get some interviews from my friends, and meanwhile I'll be dancing first, second, third and fourth act. Ciao! I'm waiting for you to mark the manège, but I don't want to put pressure on. I don't. He obviously knows I'm filming. Fantastic! This is Ted Cooper, and he's ready for another pas de trois. Last day of the season,
Yeah,
how
it's-
do you feel?
Oh my god, I'm feeling. I don't know. It's amazing. It's the last day. It's the last show.
Sena doesn't use the tape I use. She sews the knot of the ribbon inside. Grazie Sena per il tuo trucchetto. Ciao! Going for third act. Yay! Beautiful Swan! And there's Ludo here and Micah, beautiful swans, all of you.
We're going.
So, I have a couple of questions.
Okay. Yeah.
You can decide if to reply or not, whatever. So, what's your favorite thing about the swans?
The swans, the beauty of the arms, like, the usage of the whole body, like
Find it, Mela, find it.
like that it's finished.
That it's finished now. What's the least favorite thing
The
about
pain.
the pain?
Yeah, the pain of the feet. That's too much.
Feet.
My fingers, the ankles, they're
Toes,
completely
the
dead.
ankles, they're dead.
That's
The position of the swan.
Yeah.
also
But-
the ankles.
And how do you feel now after the show?
Like,
You want to take a shower? Yes, of
I
course.
feel pain in all my body, but I'm happy.
Good. I like that. Grazie, girls. Ciao. Questo. Made it! First season dancing!